It's Bitcoin above 6,061.12. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's the morning cryptos. Somehow this coffee tastes better today because Bitcoin is so high. I feel high. Although I have a few things to say about that, but we'll do it after the music. Oh my god. All right. So Bitcoin up like it's never been up, and it's up. And there will be a retracement. Of course, I'm always a little quick on the trigger handle. I sold my Bitcoin. I noticed I had a little Bitcoin in my account because for less than a week now, I've been just buying $20 a day, and I've automated that. So I had a little Bitcoin, and it went up, and I'm like, okay, and I sold it for some Ethereum. Ethereum keeps going down. But that's the idea of laddering, is when it goes up, you sell a chunk of it, and then you buy it back when it drops. So it's not really closing your position in Bitcoin, right? So for me, that's the first time I really practiced this. So it's all practice. It's all there's no such thing as failure other than if you fail to learn, right? So today we're going to look at really quickly what the headlines are. I typed in Bitcoin price. This is what I got. BlackRock strategist. There's no right or wrong price for Bitcoin. That's like me saying, you know what? The market's either going to go up, it's going to go sideways, or it's going to go down. And I like saying that sometimes because then I know I'm right. I like being right. I want to give you good information. So there's no right or wrong price for Bitcoin because it's a fucking free market, right? This is what, evidently I read someplace that it's $10,000 in Zimbabwe, right? So as people all over the world come into Bitcoin, it can only go up. There is a limited supply, right? And the more people hear about it and the more it goes up, the more they want to get in and ride it, right? How is that not a Ponzi scheme? It's not a Ponzi scheme because it's not run by one guy. It's not a lie. And it's there. It will be there tomorrow, right? And it's pretty robust. Unless the entire internet goes down, Bitcoin will still be there. Now, if the internet goes down, what's going to be worth more than gold? Here's what's going to be worth more than gold, right? And I'm certainly not against you getting yourself some silver and gold. I think that's a good idea. However, the true hedge, if cryptocurrencies disappear, and they're not going to, but the true hedge is to actually have skills and abilities that you can use to add value to other human beings, right? In the old days, there was the blacksmith, there was the midwife, there was the herbalist. There were people in the village who had skills. There was the guy that made arrows. There was the guy, do you know what I mean? And in today, so few people actually have any skills. Like, I know how to grow food, right? If everything crashed, I would be the guy in town who helped everybody else grow food in their lawns, in their yards, right? So ultimately, it's value, and Bitcoin is ultimately a way to store value, a way to exchange value, and it's not being used at retail right now because, I don't want to spend $100 of Bitcoin at your store if tonight that $100 is worth $200, right? It's hard to kind of let go of it if it's rising. Eventually, it will find, the more money comes in, the less volatile it's going to be, right? So eventually it will be like the US dollar. It'll be a standard thing, right? But unlike the US dollar, the idea is that it will actually continue to increase in value. So you can buy more and more and more with less and less Bitcoin. I like that. So anyway, quiet surge. Bitcoin price sets new high above 6,000. World's largest money manager says no fair value for Bitcoin. Okay, now here's your hypnosis of money question. Of these three headlines, which is the most interesting, right? Notice we know Bitcoin sets a new high, so why read that article, right? There's no right or wrong price for Bitcoin. Okay, there's no polarity there, right? That's kind of dull. But here, somebody says there's no fair value for Bitcoin. Somebody is going out on a ledge and saying that this thing that just hit 6,000, it's not valuable, has nothing. Yeah, right? So that's interesting. Do you understand? That's what the human mind will do. That's why bad news travels so much faster. Okay. This guy is the strategist for BlackRock Financial and therefore the largest money manager in the world. He owns no Bitcoin and doesn't know what a fair price would be. He owns no Bitcoin, right? This is, again, and I've said this over and over again, these guys, it's so new to them and they're so busy with all the shit that they already think they know that there's no room for them to learn something new, right? They are closed minds. You are not. You have an open mind. And that's the deal, is that the people like you and me on the ground, we're the early adopters, we're willing to entertain a new idea, a radical new idea, and we're willing to actually try it the fuck out. That's the difference between a pioneer and the people that come later. All right? Just thought you'd like to know that you're a pioneer. You! Yes, you! You're a pioneer, and I'm so proud of you. Your mother and I are very proud of you. All right. So let's look at these charts. Oh, look at this. Bitcoin went up. Right? And notice it consolidated and launched itself to the next level. Notice in this consolidation what it did, right? We had some profit taking, and there will be more profit taking, as we go. I took profits, and so now I'm pissed that I took profits. Not really, but that's the thing. You never know what it's going to do tomorrow. So you have to have a plan. You have to have some plan that you just do the same thing every day in a way that interacts with this market positively, right? So that's for me why I put in a $20 buy order every day at Coinbase. Because I was bitching about Bitcoin, and I got pissed off because the transaction times took so long. However, that's emotion. We want to get out of our emotions and stay in as logical a frame of mind as we can, because you have two minds. Your unconscious mind is your emotions. It's your imagination. It's your fight or flight. It runs your body. It beats your heart. It's all that kind of stuff. And then we have our cognitive, conscious mind, your frontal lobe. And when you're in fear, when you are in fear, all of the energy and blood resources for your frontal lobe get pulled into your body. So if you allow yourself to get fearful, right, you are in a place where you're not thinking clearly. And so we want to avoid putting ourselves in those situations. So we want to avoid situations where we don't know what we're doing. We want to avoid situations where we're giving somebody else our Bitcoin in blind trust that somehow they're going to crank that up to, 3.7% compounded hourly every day or some ridiculous, crazy shit like that. Or turning our Bitcoin into BitConnect token. Yeah, I just don't, that one doesn't work for me, and I think that one's going down. But you have the opportunity every single day to take a little money and build yourself a plan. All right, so that's what I'm doing. That's my hypnosis to myself, again. And this is not to be construed as financial advice. This is just a guy working on his own limiting beliefs about money and trying to understand this whole new world of cryptos. And today is day 83 of my 90-day challenge. And I'm getting some really nice comments from you guys, and I really appreciate you guys wanting me to continue after the 90 days. And I may do that. I also am feeling like I might need a couple of days off here and there. I noticed that Stephen Colbert has been off again this week, which is my main news source. And yeah, so I may keep doing it, particularly if you guys ask me to, because, you know, it warms my heart. It really does. It really warms my heart when you guys ask me to keep going. I appreciate that, because I don't know. I'm talking to a fucking computer screen. But the fact that you're out there makes a difference to me. And if I can help you guys, if I can make really dumbass mistakes and you guys can see, oh, that guy made a dumbass mistake, I'm smarter than that. If I can help you feel smarter than me, that would be helpful, right? Or if I can help you to save some money by not doing a dumbass Ponzi scheme, that would be good, right? But the most important thing for me is that I believe in the dream. I believe that we can make our lives better. And I really appreciate your company on this journey. And let's look at the 1 hour chart for Bitcoin here. It's consolidating some more and it's working its way up. At some point, there will be some news that will scare it. Just be aware of that. This is a volatile market. It will go down again, and it will probably come all the way, maybe halfway back. But I think we will see. I think we will see Bitcoin again in the. Yeah, if you look at all the past patterns, not that the past equals the future, because it doesn't. There will be some bad news that will scare people a little bit, and it will probably come back to 5,000 where it had resistance. Then that will become support. So that's my theory. We'll see. And again, I enjoy learning this, don't you? This is learning every day. Earn while you learn, people. Okay, let's go to Dash. And I forgot Bitcoin Cash. I'll go back and look at that next. But Dash has snuck below the little line I drew for it. Cheeky little Dash. So it's still trying to kind of work its pattern out. And I think right now, Bitcoin is so in the spotlight that I just saw a bunny rabbit outside my window. Yeah, so if things really go bad, we have rabbits, we have deer, we have squirrels. And people will need to remember how to survive. But in the meantime, I think the internet is fairly robust. And once we go to Internet 3.0 or whatever the hell it's going to be, it will actually be on the blockchain. And it will be on so many people's computers that there will be no way to shut it down, hopefully, right? Although they may find a way. But that's not the purpose of my work here today. So Dash is in a wedge. The bottoms have been higher, but we're now at a kind of a somewhat flat. I'm going to move this line down. We're at a flat support spot. So it's a wedge, and we have some support here in the high 200s, 280s. So Dash is going to do something, and my prediction is it's going to go up, okay? Because we are in a massive bull market, and the trend is up, and all we have is some uncertainty, essentially from the middle of August. You know, and this is still the Jamie Dimon. This is the Chinese ICO ban, then the recovery from that, then the Jamie Dimon thing, and then just the general uncertainty in the market. You know, but look at this. It never went below its support, and it is still moving up. The bottoms are getting higher. So for me, the bottom line is the bottoms, and I, as a guy, I like bottoms a lot. I appreciate a good bottom. with all deep respect, I appreciate a good bottom. All right, so keep an eye on Dash. Not a bad time to get you some if you are totally and completely out of Bitcoin like I am at the moment. But my long-range plan is to just build my Bitcoin and to take profits into Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin. That's kind of my whole deal. So yesterday I had a little Bitcoin. It went up. And rather than sit and wait, I decided, okay, I'm going to sell it. And I'm going to buy Ethereum. Because Ethereum's low, right? Bitcoin's high. And you want to be able to kind of learn, at least I want to be able to learn how to do that, right? And to do it in a way that doesn't kind of freak me out or overwhelm me. And I'm still playing small. I'm playing small because everything I'm learning is scalable. So once I really figure this shit out, once I get my 10,000 hours under my belt, it's gonna grow, right? So that's the truth is that you cannot get rich quick if you don't put the time in, right? And the whole get rich quick idea is usually someone else's perception of someone who has done massive amounts of work on themselves and who has had massive amounts of failure. And the bottom line is no one knows all of this. No one knows all. There's no one person on the planet who knows everything about cryptos. There are people who think they do, but there's no one person who can keep up with it. So I'm going to take a quick peek at EOS just because I didn't look at any of these yesterday, and I didn't even look at Quantum, and I totally missed Quantum's leap. And we'll get to Quantum in a minute. So just checking in on EOS, see what's going on. Let me get to the one-day chart so I can look intelligently. Okay. Don't you just want to move my mouse for me? Isn't it annoying to you that I cannot seem to move my charts very well? Okay, so EOS is not doing much good. I just wanted to check in on it, but it looks like the volume is growing here. And so that could be interesting. And let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum. All right, so I bought some Ethereum at 303. I thought it was a good price. Thought it was a good price yesterday, right? What did I know? But the thing is, if you wait and you don't take action, then shit happens without you. So you've got to take action. And the thing is to not beat yourself up if it isn't the perfect thing that you thought it was going to do, right? That's the hypnosis of money, where we have to let go of all the crap that we use to beat ourselves up if we make a mistake. You know what I mean? So, and Ethereum's going to boost, people. Ethereum keeps adding value, and they've improved their network. Why is it going down in price? Well, I don't know. Time to do some research. Let's dig into some Ethereum news. See what the hell is going on. You know, let's do that. Let's go to Google and let's type in Ethereum. Let's type in Ethereum price. See what people are saying about that. Ether prices hold above 300 as fork fears fade. All right, so there were fork fears. I don't know why there would be fork fears. Everything I read about Ethereum was that they were improving it. And, okay. Ethereum Bitcoin prices stabilized after days of sideways trading. What? How is that stabilizing? I don't know. Okay, then we have Bitcoin price all-time high. All right, so let's just take a quick look and see what these guys are saying. Crypto coin news. Traders restored a bit of stability to the crypto markets on Friday following a day of sideways trading. The Bitcoin price and Ethereum price each declined a bit less than 1% for the day, and most major altcoins experienced similar major declines. When was this article written? Where's the date on this article? October 20th. Okay. I don't remember a day of sideways trading. Okay. Bitcoin sideways, I guess it had a little consolidation. They called that sideways trading. Okay, fine. To me, sideways trading is like a week of it doing nothing. That's sideways trading. So, okay, fine. Altogether, the cryptocurrency cap shed about 1.4 billion on Friday. The crypto market cap made several thrusts across the 170 billion threshold. Ultimately, it held below that threshold. So these guys are looking at market capitalization. That's something I'm still kind of learning about. And evidently, the more money that comes in, the stronger that is a sign. Oh, okay. So, and then there's some old news there. Okay, good. Well, whatever. I think Ethereum's about to lift, people. That was my whole thing was like, okay, Bitcoin's high and Ethereum's low. Ethereum needs to make up some of the spread between Ethereum and Bitcoin because Ethereum is pretty damn useful. Okay, so a recent software upgrade. Notice they're not calling it a fork because it's a fork only in that it's that different and there is a new there was a certain time lag while everybody was turning their mining rigs to the new fork and making sure everybody's still in together, right, in the blockchain, right? So and of note, it has yet to be deemed stable. Okay, so Vitalik Buterin informed markets this week that 1 or 2 months of further testing may be required before it can be declared as fully secure. Okay, so here's the deal. So Ethereum is being improved. And so it's not as stable as it will be. Okay, so this above chart when is long, dip demand. Okay, so to me, this is like, it's buy time for Ethereum people. I'm sorry. It's like you want to do the opposite of the crowd. And what is the crowd doing now? The crowd is rushing into Bitcoin, and that's fine. But Ethereum has value, and you can buy more. All right, so start buying these dips, right? That's, again, hypnosis to myself, reassuring myself, hey, Mark, that's your plan. And it may not be the best plan in the world. It may fail, right? But it's a plan, and I'm engaging in it. So that's the thing I'm trying to teach you guys, that you have to own your own plan. No one is going to tell you what to do and how to do it in a way that's perfect for you and your level of comfort with risk and reward and where your fear is, what your childhood wounds are. What have you done work on yourself? These markets are the opportunity for you to learn more about yourself than you've ever learned. And the more you learn about yourself, the better trader you become. So that's my whole stand. And I'm here for long range as well as short and medium range improvements in all areas of my life, including my bank account. Uh-huh. All right, so that's Ethereum. Let's look at the 1 hour charts real quick. And yeah, so it's going to test the support down here. But this one's good. I think Ethereum is going to rock. And again, if you can take your profits out of other things and put them into Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin and use those as your tether, use those. You can do it right in your Exodus wallet. You don't have to do fancy trading because you're taking a more long-term approach, but you can take profits by simply exchanging in the Exodus wallet. So here we have the exchange feature. You can go from Bitcoin to Ethereum. You can go from any of these coins into any of the other coins. That gives you the ultimate ability to begin to ladder up your profits. So let's say Ethereum boosts when Bitcoin goes down. I'd sell Ethereum into Bitcoin. Let's say we get a big boost in Litecoin, but Ethereum is still kind of chugging along low. We take the profits and we swap it into Ethereum, right? So that's the whole big new piece for me of this the strategy beforehand. I thought the only way to get my profits out was to go back to Coinbase and turn it back into US dollars, and you don't actually need to do that unless you need US dollars for something. But I think eventually it will only be, in my world, US dollars going into cryptos, and then there will be other tools like BitPay or some other card where I can use my cryptos to buy stuff in the real world if I so choose. All right, but at the moment, I like cryptos being separate from buying stuff because it helps me. It helps me to not buy another guitar. It helps me to not buy. It helps me to not record another album right now or a CD before I release this one that I've keep forgetting to work on because I'm so obsessed with the cryptos. All right, so IOTA. Let's move on. Sorry, people. Coffee's hitting. IOTA is down. So again, all of these altcoins, good time to take some profits and get some. Litecoin. Let's get to the 1-day chart. All right, Litecoin is doing what Litecoin does, baby. And it seems to be really settling into some support here. Let's get up a little higher, 58. I think it's going to boost, though. I really do. And that's why I like Litecoin so much. Right? So, meantime, also a good place to take profits, too. Just like Ethereum, maybe a better place to take profits to. I probably should have bought more Litecoin. Nah, I have plenty of Litecoin. So I'm really, right now, I'm like, I think it's time to get Ethereum. That's really what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Ethereum. And again, it's the sleepers, people. It's the ones that not everybody's looking at, that you have to look at when everybody's looking at Bitcoin. Look at the other things and see what the hell is going on, because that's where you're setting up your opportunities for the next move. Does that make sense? So definitely play with that. Practice that. Let's look at Litecoin on the 1 hour. And we have yet another little support area here. But it's, it's kind of doing its sideways thing that it does so well. So, all right. And NEO, I don't have any NEO. I don't know anything about NEO. And for the last 2 weeks, I've said I don't have any NEO, and I don't know anything about NEO, and I should learn about it, and I have yet to do that. So just keeping an eye on it. It's still a good time to buy that. And, oh my God. OMG. Omise Go. Damn, I keep forgetting to go back to the 1-day chart, and then I look at the 1 hour chart, and I think it's a 1-day chart, and I gotta, All right, so Omise Go continues to have significant support at 731-ish. 731-ish, 717-ish, something like that. And all of these are going to go, people. They're all going to boost, particularly probably if Bitcoin comes back. These will go. We'll see. And then Monero, let's see if it's still in its sideways channel. Yeah, still in its little sideways channel. This, people, is a sideways channel, right? A sideways channel, for me, this is only for me, is like several days or weeks of moving sideways, not a couple hours, right? But if you're looking at a 10-minute chart, maybe this is a sideways range, but it's still sideways. All right, so let's look at Civic. Okay, good time to buy some Civic. And that's Civic with Bitcoin, Civic with Ethereum, a little different. Oh, I'm still on the 10 minutes. Jesus Christ. All right, so let's look at Civic again. This is Civic with Ethereum. All right, which is really, Civic, I think Civic's still on the Ethereum network. So, all right, let's look at Quantum because yesterday I totally missed this huge lift. At some point it was like $15, right? To me, that's good news. Maybe it's not sustainable yet, but it's nice to see there's life in the girl. You know what I mean? Let's look at this. What the hell happened? So we had some weird shit going on. Huh. What the hell happened yesterday? What is that? What is that? Can I draw something? Yeah, let's see if I can draw. What is this? Thicker. Wow, look, I can draw lines, Ma. So what the hell happened? Let's go to our friend Google. Let's just type in quantum. See what the hell happens. Looking about quantum, price charts, quantum, trade recommendation, wireline. Okay, the quantum mainnet upgrade is complete. 1 week ago. Okay, great. Okay, maybe we go to. Let's Jesus Christ. Go to Twitter. Quantum. What the hell is going on with quantum? Okay, quantum announcement published on getting listed on BitThumb, and suddenly the Bittrex exchange launch and maintenance for quantum coincidence. Okay. So evidently there was something. So let's just type in Thelma the Pug. We own this. Okay. So there's a nice chart. I don't know. I don't know why quantum did that, and there doesn't seem to be much information on what the hell happened. Huh. Bittrex disabled enhanced accounts for more than a week. No clear response. Bittrex exchange, thanks to hashtag #shittrex, I just lost 20% on unscheduled maintenance because I couldn't sell quantum. Where's my money, Bittrex? Oh, so evidently there was some kind of quote-unquote scheduled maintenance here. I don't know. I don't know if that's hanky-panky or not. But there's life in quantum, people. There is life in quantum. And I don't know what I just did. Get rid of that. Okay, good. So my lesson from yesterday is like I got all distracted with Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the other stuff, and I was like, oh, I don't have time. Nobody wants to look at quantum, and that was the one day I was like actually doing shit. Okay, let's go to Monero so I can wrap this up and get you on with your exciting Saturday. And that is not a one-day chart in Monero. Reset the chart. What the hell is going on? Maybe it is a one-day chart in Monero. I didn't remember Monero looking like that on the one-day chart. Oh, I almost forgot to drink my coffee. It's so exciting today. Got to drink my coffee. Oh, there we go. We're still on the 1 hour chart. That's why it was so weird. Okay. So this is Monero against Bitcoin. That's why it looks so different. I already thought I checked Monero over here. To the US dollar, it looks like this. Okay, let's go to Monero against Ethereum. And it looks like this. If we look at Monero against Bitcoin, it looks like this, right? Why? Because Bitcoin's going up, right? So your decision, like the information we're taking in, we're forming beliefs and opinions and making decisions on them. There are no facts here other than the market went up or it went down. What it's going to do next, nobody knows. And what it does next is based on the beliefs, opinions, perceptions, and emotions of millions of other people, right? Now, individuals are not predictable, but crowds are, right? So that's something to always keep in mind. You want to keep looking at charts in different ways, right? So, and I haven't done this in a while, but sometimes it's helpful to just do a line. Sometimes it's helpful to get the area in the line. Sometimes it's helpful to go back to candles or to do bars, right? Just whatever helps you get a different perspective. All right, so let's go back to Bitcoin. Oh, I never did Bitcoin Cash today, and it's kind of doing what it does. And again, why is Bitcoin Cash worth more than Ethereum again? Can you tell me why? Why? What does it do? Right? Does anybody want it? Yeah, so that's the issue. But Bitcoin is proven and all over the world, particularly in places where governments are shitty. Bitcoin is helpful to people, right? It's being used to store their precious value that they have used their lives to create some little form of value, some big form, whatever it is. It's big to them. It might not be big to you, but it's being used and it's useful, right? And it's being proven by millions of people, and it's just getting started. Will it come back? Yes. Will there be corrections? Yes. Will there be retracements? Yes. But the trend, people, the movement is towards mass adoption, and anything that is less than that is temporary, right? And so that's it for today. I think I flapped my lips plenty, and if you appreciate this, if you like this, I appreciate you, and I would love to have you subscribe. I think I'm stuck at 396 subscribers at the moment, and I would love if 4 more of you could just come on board and check this out every day or every other day, whatever. I'm here every day except Sundays, and that was my 90-day challenge, to make a commitment to myself to look at the markets consistently. That's where I, in my life, and all my business efforts, tend to drop the ball with consistency because I get bored. This, however, has not been boring. There has not been a moment when I was bored. Except maybe before the Bitcoin hard fork in July, the end of July, early August. I was like, what do I do? There's nothing to do. And that's when I got into the Ponzi schemes. So boredom is dangerous, people, for me. So may your day be interesting. May Bitcoin do exactly what you want it to do. May it go up when you want it to go up. May you take profits and have it drop the moment you've gotten your profits out, and then buy back low, sell high, buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. Be rich! But have a great time doing it, and learn about yourself and realize it's all hypnosis, people. It's all our beliefs. Money is the great agreement. There's no such thing as money other than like this paper towel. In an age when there are no paper towel factories anywhere in the world, this piece of paper towel could be very valuable in the right context, right? So there is something that's constantly changing, and it is our perception of value. That's what we're doing here, people. We're learning about something new, something outrageous, something amazing. It gives us power. It gives us control. So with that comes responsibility, the ability to respond to reality resourcefully. That's what we are all about over here. So hopefully that's helpful to you. Hopefully you got what I said. And if you didn't, that's okay too. Come back tomorrow. I'll say the same thing in a slightly different way while I look at the numbers. This has been the Morning Cryptos, the hypnosis of money, the crypto cranker's guide to the Bitcoin galaxy of greed and grooviness. And you are awesome. Thank you very much. Give me that thumbs up. Subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. I'll see you Monday. Bye.